My name is Helen. I'm the Diddy Stitcher. My pronouns are she, her. It is Friday the 12th of May. This video is gonna be a bit chaotic for a number of reasons. One, I feel like I haven't got a ton to show you, even though next to me is kind of a hot mess. Hello!
Hello.
You alright? Alex just came home, so I'm a little... Okay, so tarot. Last week we pulled Queen of Swords to cut through the bullshit, and I think that worked because I've got like 40% of my model done in 2 weeks, and I've got another 2 weeks to finish it, so that's good. Well, I think I did it in less than 2 weeks because I had a little break, because I'll talk about that later. I cut through the bullshit. I managed to get a lot of work done, was the point of the Queen of Swords for me this past 2 weeks. This week we've got the Lovers. I love this card. Beautiful. Anyway, so the Lovers card symbolises relationship, not just romantic ones. This card can indicate any important partnership, including a joint business venture. Questions about amour. It's a sign that love is on the way and a commitment is possible. For business and other types of relationships, the Lovers card alludes to people uniting in a spirit of harmony. The energy here is one of mutual attraction with the ability to forge a deep connection. Whether you're coming together for romance or to seal a deal, you can be sure that things will be moving in the right direction when this card comes up. Help is available and the support you need is right there under your nose. This card can also indicate choices as in a major decision. Are you contemplating a big move? This card says consider the consequences carefully. Let your higher guidance dictate the way. So there's a lot more to the Lovers than meets the eye. So I think for me, it's probably airing more on the business venture side of things with this model stitching. Not that it's like Fortune 500 kind of stuff, but me and Roz have had a really good relationship, I think, so far, and I will talk about that later. So yeah, what's your Lovers card telling you? Okay, what I'm loving. So I haven't written down a lot of notes as well. I think because I've been distracted with model stuff. So let's think. I told you this would be chaotic. What I'm loving. Okay, so for the past like 2 or 3 episodes, I've missed talking about my description box. So I used to keep like a whole list in the description box of all my projects, but I've taken all that out now because it was hard to keep up with new starts and everything. So what I've done is I talked about my Notion tracker that I use now. It's kind of like a beefed up version of Excel. So I can share a non-editable link for you guys so you can see all of my projects, and you're able to filter by ones that I've completed in the past, ones that I've got kitted up ready to start. You can see all of my progress pictures that I've put next to them. You can see all of the information about any particular project that I've talked about here. And if you want to know more that's not on the tracker, feel free to DM me on Instagram. But yeah, it was just an easier way to keep you updated, to say, if you want more information about this project, it's in my Notions link below. So I think I've just got it set up to show my current whips, but there's filters at the top that you can filter by progress, by designer, by whatever. So have a look at that if you're interested, and definitely check out Notion as a tool if you're looking at ways to track all your whips. I'm finding it really, really helpful, especially for like looking at what my new starts might be, looking at all of my chart inventory that I haven't started yet without kind of rummaging through boxes to see I've got everything there. So all of my haul I get, I put straight into Notion, and that includes like threads and stuff, so I know what I've got. It's really good. So if you're interested, one, in what I'm working on or what I've worked on in the past, it's all in that link below, and it gives you an idea of what it looks like if you want to use your own. So that's that. I'm loving Notion. That's what I'm loving. I haven't written down anything else, and my brain's too fuzzy to think if there was anything else. I'm sure there is, but finishes. No cross stitch finishes, but I fully finished my Let's Make a Statement Sal pieces. Goes this way. Sneeze. Excuse me. So these are my Let's Make a Statement Sal pieces. 2 that Dee has released already. Number 1 and number 2. So I've semi-fully finished them because I've cut them out. I backed them just with a bit of black felt because that's all I had. Just to kind of make them a bit more stable. I've just hand stitched this pom-pom trim around the edge, and I put it on my Instagram because I had several options of ribbons to like join them along the top, and the most popular was this kind of goldy one, I guess, because these pom-poms match the colourful stitching, and then this golden one would bring in the étoile. So I've just got to go and get some sewing thread that matches that ribbon, and I'll be able to sew it together. But I'm really happy with how that turned out. You can see like this one is they're both the same size. The pendant shapes are the same size. This one's a bit fuller, just the way the design is. So I'm hoping that Dee doesn't drastically increase their design size. Otherwise I will have to rethink. But I'm really, really pleased. This is exactly how I wanted them to look when I first saw the pattern. Yeah, really love them. So yeah, these are Dee's 20 Stitches, Let's Make a Statement Sal 1 and 2, semi-fully finished. So yeah, they'll hang on the little ribbon, and then I'll leave the ribbon attached to add more and more and more and more as Dee comes out with more patterns. Very excited about that. I'm looking at, I don't think I've had any other finishes. Whips. So yeah, my model stitch for Rose Clark Crafts. Thank you all so much for the encouragement on my last video. I think I geeked out a bit too hard, but what are you gonna do? I am so happy with the progress I'm making on it. Like I say, about 40% done over the past 2 weeks. I'm probably not even the first week. I wanted to get a good jump on it, just in case anything put me back. I wasn't starting from behind. So definitely on track, but definitely didn't stitch anything else that first week, which is something to consider if I'm taking on any more models, how I integrate that into my whips, because I don't want to burn out on, I think it's mainly stuff that I can't show you guys. Like if I could show you this model, I would be very happy. But because it's a secret, obviously. It's hard not to show my progress. It'll be great once Roz can show the whole thing when she releases the design. But obviously when I show these videos, I want to show you guys some progress stitching. So yeah, that has been interesting. The whole model stitching has been, I think, equal parts terrifying and really fun, I think I would say. And this is just my brain. This is my spicy brain. And I'll talk more about my spicy brain later. So I knew this before I talked to Roz about doing this model stitching. I see things and patterns that other people tend not to, and it's always been the case. That's why I have the job that I have, you know, my actual day job, and like excruciating attention to detail, to a fault, one might say. So it's been, and I hope Ross doesn't mind me saying this, it's been so much fun finding their mistakes, and equally terrifying telling Roz about these mistakes. Because I don't want her to think that she's a terrible designer for making mistakes. And I don't want her to feel like I'm nitpicking. And she has assured me in her emails that she's very happy with me finding these mistakes, or suggestions of what she might have intended. And I try and be really delicate about it and say, I don't know if this is intentional, but this is what my eye sees. And then there's obvious mistakes. So yeah, it's fun. And I tried to explain it to Rod, like it's almost like playing spot the difference, but you don't have two pictures, you just got the one picture, and you're kind of trying to fill in the blanks of what Roz was trying to do. And I love puzzles like that. My brain just buzzes off it. But I recognize that there is a human being that has put a lot of effort into this design, and I don't want to crap all over that. But yes, I'm assured that this is exactly what she wants, why she has model stitches before she releases patterns, before a lot of designers release patterns, I'm sure. It's just my anxiety of I'm gonna annoy someone. So all that to say, I'm really happy working on a model stitch for a designer. I'm super self-conscious that I'm being too picky, doing the job that they've asked me to do too well. Welcome to my brain. Okay, so since I can't show you the model, it's beautiful, you're gonna love it. I did work on some other pieces just to be able to show you something, but I actually got a bit done, so let's have a look. So, other good news, I managed to do a Twitch live stream. So I'd done a YouTube live stream a couple of weeks ago, and then my husband managed to get the final details of my Twitch account working, because I just couldn't. It worked. Megan came on and said hi, and then told me everything was working, so I was happy with that, and we were having a little chat, and then I got raided. I'm still not 100% sure. I think it's when another streamer ends their stream and sends all of their followers or their watchers to you, so then all of a sudden, like, lots of people come into your stream when it was just one person you were talking to. And I had wet hair because I just had a bath, so it felt like lots of people had turned up to my house and I was wearing my pajamas. So I went beetroot red, and got a lot of anxiety about that, but that's okay. It was a lot of fun. I got some more followers, and I got some work done on Miss Lynette Linen. So I was just working on her little skirt down here, just filling, because that was easy to do while on stream. I'm not sure about the colour choice. I've flip-flopped back and forth on this colour conversion so many times, and I'm sick of flip-flopping, so I'm just stitching. Don't think it's going to work. Don't really care. It's just going to be a bit funky, and that's fine. So yeah. This is Lynette Linen by The Primitive Hair. 32 count. Yeah, 32 count linen, coffee, dyed and stained by me. You see, I never finished this last thread when I was on stream, so it's just been sat there. But yeah, good one for streaming, this one. And if you'd like to follow me on Twitch, I will try and put a link down below. Next thing I worked on, or last thing I worked on, because I don't think I worked on anything else. So I pulled out my Moon and Stars piece. Artist is Alphonse Mucha. It's like a quadric. Is that a word? It's like a triptych, but there's 4. So this is the first panel. So I managed to do all of this and lots of confetti as well. I did a lot of colour completion on this. This is a pattern that I got off Etsy that I don't believe to be completely sound, and the shop doesn't exist anymore. So I've done about, how many? 1,100 stitches on this. And this is like 18% done. So it's not going to be a huge panel, but there is going to be 4 of them. This is on 25 count Lugana, like that vintage printed one from Zygarde, this grey colour. 25 count 1/1 full cross, and I love it. It's so lovely to stitch on. So yeah, this is like, maybe here is like the second page. It's on Pattern Keeper, so that's why it's like all kind of just blends in, and I'm just going wherever. But just because it fits in the Q-snap nicely, I'm just kind of going up to the last page. So I got to the end of the bottom of the page last night, so that's a good place for me to put it away. But yeah, I really love this piece. I really love this art. Yeah, it's about 18% done. Don't count my stitches. I have been counting my stitches for my model stitch just because I'm interested of like how many I can do in a certain amount of time, and therefore like calculate better how long it's going to take me. But I haven't got the analytics of that yet because I'm not finished. So it will be interesting. So that's it for whips. I do have quite a bit of haul, just because couple of my favourite shops had some sales on. But the first thing I want to talk about, should have really talked about this in the tarot bit, because it's not cross stitch haul, but it's tarot haul. So this deck that I use for my Flosstube is the Kohana. Where's the box? I suppose it's on here. Kokorina, and it's the Divine Feminist Nocturnal set. So I got I think she's based in Greece. So I got the deck and I got the coordinating tarot journal. I've never used the tarot journal because I'm very there's a fly. I'm very finicky about writing in journals. I have to have the right pen. I have to do it correctly. If not, I might cry because I've ruined a journal. So this journal gives you kind of this page over and over again. So you get a page to write a bit about your spread. So you've got the date, the time, the deck name, so you can use it with lots of different decks, whether it's tarot, oracle, or runes. I've never used runes before. Spread type and the question that you asked it. Now, this gives you space for like 10 cards, so you could draw them or write their name under them. And this is what started to get me anxious, of like, oh, I have to have some kind of consistency. What that is, and I didn't really just want to write what it is. And then you've got obviously a notes page for your interpretation. You can look back and see if you're right about things, or if you ask the same question, did you get a different answer? So yeah, so I haven't used it, and I've had this deck for, gosh, I don't even know, over a year, more than a year, 2 years, don't know, and I've never written it down. I've never written it down, really, because I've never found a nice way of doing it, and I thought the journal would help because it's somewhat systematic, but still never used it because I don't want to ruin it. So I don't tend to do like a daily card. This card that I pull for you guys, I write down in my Flosstube notebook, so I remember what we pulled last time and if I reflected on that over the next 2 weeks and so on. I don't tend to pull one for myself every day. I tend to read for other people, whether that's my mum or Alex, or doing big spreads for myself. And I would like to document them, to then say, this is what your future, your near future, far future spread said, and reflect back on that and see what came of it. So this is a very, it's probably not a specific thread, it's probably just 10 spaces to write what cards came up on your spread, and it doesn't have to be a 10 card spread. It could be your one daily pull, it could be a 3 card pull, whatever. With these big spreads that I tend to do, it's either 10, but in the Celtic cross is my favourite way to pull it, and I wouldn't want it in this order. I'd want to put it more or less in the shape of the spread as I have it to look at. Or I do a 6x4 spread, so a 24 card pull. They're my 2 favourite spreads to do. So I wouldn't be able to adhere to this pattern layout. So how do I get over that? Stickers. Do people sell tiny tarot stickers? No. One person sells them on eBay for £6 a sheet. That ain't happening. So I got a PDF off of Etsy of it's just the regular Right Way to Smith imagery, and printed it on big pieces of sticky paper. So this is a whole A4 sheet. Just goes through my regular inkjet printer. And it is, or they are, like, what do you call them? Transparent. So you could print them on any paper and it would just be the black that would be printed. So you could have colourful backgrounds to your stickers. But they are like the right size to be able to put in here, 6 across and 4 down. But I haven't stopped there. This is a bobbin box, spare bobbin box that I had. I bought these very suspicious tiny Ziploc bags off of the internet. So I put a sticker on the front. So that's like my little King of Swords bag, and I have all my King of Swords stickers when I eventually print them all out and cut them all out. So at the end of my pull, I can just go in here and stick my stickers in. So it's a bit more, one, organised for me, so it looks better, and I don't get that dread of it's not all going to be even, and it's my therapeutic way of processing the spread. So it's not just, oh, there's a spread, get rid of it, and oh, did you pull the tower last time I pulled it? I can't remember. I would like to be able to go back and see it. So ton of sticker paper, a PDF that I just print off, and I can cut out and stick as I need to. And it will be interesting because each A4 sheet has the whole 72 cards. 74? 78. Shit. 78? Totally blanking on how many cards there are. But, like, I may never pull the 3 of Wands for whatever reason. And I might need to print whole more pages for always pulling the Wheel of Fortune. Do you know what I mean? So that'll be interesting as well to see how many times I'm pulling these, if I'm pulling them more than others for different people. So that was a little bit of haul, and again, a little bit of my spicy brain. If you're interested in those, I can let you know where I got them from and what I'm doing with them. A bit more. Now, some more Stitchy related haul. So let's have a look. There is 2 in here. So first off, Kate Blanford, wonderful company that Kate had. She came out with these new needle minders that have these holes in, so they're little flowers, but they have little holes in for parking your thread. So you can thread your needle through and not have it kind of hanging around all the time. So this was a pack of 3. I'm using one of them on my model stitch because I am parking. There are 3 colours on the model, so I'm just parking them as I go. I don't think this would work for massive full coverage parking projects unless you had a lot of these, and I think people have their own way of doing massive lots of threads. But for me, who parks very occasionally but finds this useful, loving these. Absolutely loving these. They're great needle minders on their own, even if you didn't want to use the holes. And while I was getting those, because those are a new release by Kate, I got this one that I've had my eye on for ages. It's a little cloud with little raindrops. Super cute. And they have really good magnets. So thank you, Kate. So that was those. Then the lovely Amy at Hello Treacle, who does my, well, not my, but Fuck the Tories, Keep It Simple was one of hers. This Rainbow Bobbin needle minder, and I've got a Fuck the Tories needle minder there. I love her. I've got loads of her stuff. She was having a sale just to kind of get rid of some inventory that she has. She's taking the business in a new direction, which I think is wonderful. So yeah, got some stuff that I'd had my eye on. So this was some masking tape with cross stitch on. So this was a collaboration between her and Sophie of So Sophie Crafts. So Amy had this like craft paper colour, and So Sophie had the white and the pink and the purple. That's her brand colours. But look at the little bee and the flowers. It's all like cross stitch. How stinking cute. So I had to have that. Let's have a look. It's all a bit of a mess in here because I've just ripped stuff open. This was one of her newer pins. The patriarchy won't smash itself, dear. This is a pin, but I'm going to make it into a needle minder. And I got another one to give to a friend, and Amy of Pearls and Ponderings has already claimed that. So I've got a lot of needle minders to make, so I'll probably do that at the weekend actually. I got 2 more of the rainbow needle minders. Ow, that's a strong magnet. Rainbow bobbin needle minders, and I think I've still got some in my stash to give away, but I think they're just so nice for friends. I will always get them. And then I'll just pick out a few of these because there's a ton. Amy makes things with like laser cut acrylic, or however you cut acrylic, and she has a lot of like leftover pieces. So rather than throw them away, she puts them in little bags and sells them, so there's no waste. So I got loads of these stars, the iridescent see-through stars. They've got holes in at the top as well, and some hearts too. So I'll probably make them maybe not into the front of needle minders, but I always like to put something on the back magnet of a needle minder, so I'll probably use them as backs of needle minders. But it's nice to know you're stopping something from going in the bin. So that was that. Oh, and she always has these like gorgeous affirmation cards. Delicate but strong. Make sure you rest. These are in embroidery panels as well. You need rain to make a rainbow. And change your plan, not your goal. I like this one. You're doing the best you can with what you have. Be gentle with yourself. but sometimes swearing helps. So that was my stuff from Amy at Hello Treacle. I will link it down below if you want to go check it out. But she does a really good newsletter as well. Sign up for that. And get first dibs on this sale kind of stuff. So, another one of my favourite makers is Lindsay from Hello Hinny. She's a fellow Geordie but living in London. So I can't remember what was part of the mystery box because I've already opened it, but I know this I got separately. So this is a little zip pouch with the Sun Tarot card. So I mean it could fit a whole deck in. Not that this deck needs a pouch, but I am starting to trade tarot cards with people. So I think the first person on my trade list is Deanna, Darling and Whimsy Stitches. She put on her Instagram if anybody wanted to trade. So I've got to send her something and she's going to send me something. So if you would like to trade tarot cards, you think about me, or we can do it on Zoom. You pull a card and you send it to me and write your interpretation of what you think that is, and then I will send you one in return. And then you can build your own deck from cards that people have pulled from you for you. It's really fun. So that'll probably be my little pouch that I put my pull cards in, depending on how they come, how many I get. So I had specifically bought from Hello Hinny. Let me open these so you can see them. This I like making things pin. So we're going to make that into a needle minder. I bought this little sun pin, and she had a matching moon pin, but I didn't get the moon pin in my mystery box, so I've gone ahead and I've ordered the moon pin separately because I want them to match. And a print of like the solar system in this illustration design for Anna's room because she loves the solar system. And did I pick this one as well? I can't remember. This cola bottle, because cola bottles are my favourite Haribo. I don't like a lot of jelly sweets, but cola bottles, and it's sparkly. So that was the 3 that I picked out, and then part of the mystery box, I got another cola bottle pin, an egg pin. So this is all like pick and mix. This it's like a bubblegum cola bottle. I don't know. That's the sparkly version, and that's the plain enamel version. They're all enamel, but and then a shrimp, squishy shrimp. I don't know what they call them. Pink shrimp. I don't like these ones. I know that I don't like these ones, but I got the embroidery patch to match. So that'll go in my little giveaway box. I got this washi tape. It's like spooky candles, ghost, bat, poison, cute washi tape. This one just with snowflakes. And that's the moon that matches the sun. That's the washi tape. Then I got some stickers. I don't know if these were free or I bought them, but yeah, good vibes. And hello sunshine. And then, oh, I think that might have been part of the mystery box, was the 2 stickers, and then I got 6 postcards. That's a better view of the moon. You're out of this world. Hello sunshine. This one, I love this one. Daydreaming, night thinking. You're perfect, just as you are. You've got my seal of approval. Punny. And you're awesome. I love postcards. I love sending postcards with my little happy mails that I get, that I send. So that was Hello Hinny. Oh, that's my pouch as well. So yeah, I've been filming now for 50 minutes. I'm sure there's a lot of editing because my husband interrupted, but I didn't stop filming. So yeah, plans. So this weekend, this coming week, I'm going to work more on my model, hopefully bash that out, because I think I've got past most of the mistakes. There's just big pieces of the pattern to stitch now, which is probably most of the stitch count. So I'm just gonna blast through that without having to worry about intricate details. And then make sure the rest is fine and just kind of bash up the rest. I can't really explain it without explaining the pattern. But you'll see. So looking at my plan board is my chatelaine to bring out, and honestly, I'm not feeling it. I'm not in the right headspace to look after my chatelaine while doing my model, so I think I'll leave that there. And then maybe just keep out my primitive hairpiece for if I do a stream, just doing my fill-in, or if I just need a break from my model stitching. So I'm okay with that. I am getting the itch to start a lot of things. I'm not sure why. I think I was late night shopping. You know, when you just put stuff in your basket and you're like, oh yeah, I could get that and I could get that. And then I was like, oh well, if I'm getting that, because I was on 123 Stitch because there was a pattern back in stock that I'd wanted that's not easy to get here in the UK. And if I'm getting stuff from 123 Stitch, I might as well make it worthwhile, right? So I put in a huge piece of my linen that I use for my Mill Hill Christmas Village, because I know I'm going to at least do 2 more of those. So I needed big pieces of linen. Again, hard to get that colour here. So put that in my basket. Then I was like, well, what other stuff is hard to get here? You know, certain threads. So then I was looking through my stuff of what can I kit up. I was looking at my needlepoint stuff to do the last one for my mum. And then I just went, whoa, it's too much. It's too much. So then I realised that I could kit that up from Stash. Just add a few DMC pearl cottons that I could go to Hobbycraft and choose the colours with the other colours with me. So I was kitting that up and I was like, I want to start that now. I did have to buy the canvas, but I got that from West End Embroidery, where I usually get my canvases from. Very inexpensive, very good shipping. yeah, but I'm wanting to kit up everything and start everything, and I don't know if it's because I've been constrained with this model stitching that I just fancy doing something different. I don't know. We shall see. I haven't started anything as of yet. We shall see in the next 2 weeks whether I start something. Might possibly be. Because I've also ordered some just like plain, not proper project bags, but just for these things that are kitted up, give them a little pouch to sit in. They don't have their own Q snaps or grime guards, but I might start something and then put it away. I'm not sure. We'll see how my mind works. So I guess that goes on to life. So it is, it's 11:45 now. And I wasn't going to film today because I have an appointment at 3:20 for to talk to my doctor about possibly getting referred for an ADHD and autism assessment. Spicy brain. And I think the very fact that I didn't want to film this video because I am waiting for that appointment at 3:20 and I feel paralysed. I can't do anything because I might miss the appointment if I get distracted. Kind of proves that I probably have ADHD. So that's going to be a journey that I'm going to be going on. It might take a year, more, 2, I don't know. The NHS is on its knees at the minute. We shall see where I get to. But I think because it plays such a role in my stitching is my therapy. It calms me down. It gives me something, it's my hyperfocus. It's my hyperfocus that never left me. But within that, I have my other hyperfocuses. So I like being open and honest with you guys. If you would like me to talk about it, I will. If you'd like me to not talk about it and just keep to the stitching, then, well, screw you, because it's my channel. If you want to switch off, that's fine. But it's my channel. So having said all of that about the model stitching and the way my brain works, do I just send the assessor this recording? I don't know. It's going to be interesting. So yeah, that's going on in my life at the minute. It won't change who I am. It will just be validation that my brain isn't broken. It's just different. And we will do what with that information, what we will. But I guess if you think you're neurodivergent or you are diagnosed, let me know. Because I'd love to be friends. And I'd really like to be able to talk about the way that my brain works in some kind of context of, yes, I am diagnosed, rather than I'm just a bit spicy brained. But this is why I'm thinking the way I think with the model stitch and with my tarot journal and all the things like that. I'm not yet diagnosed. I'm seeking a diagnosis. It will not change me fundamentally whether I get one or not. But yeah, let me know if that makes sense. I don't know whether I'm going to post this now. I'm usually so put together with these videos because I have to be, otherwise they won't get done. And this is the evidence of when I don't do the stuff to get things done. It just ends up word vomit on the screen. And I have to go have a lie down. Okay, so this is already late from when I usually put it up. I don't know when I'm going to edit. I don't know when it's going to actually go up. Be nice. I'm going to go help my husband build the new swing set that we got for Anna, which I'm very excited about. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.